Welcome back to week 8 of the 12-month Raise Your Vibration Family. And this month we went over diet, physical body and exercise, meditation, and now diving into relationships and how do they serve you, how do they serve the world, and how do they serve everything? Because relationships are so important. Anything can be a relationship and everything can be a relationship. And the meaning you give to relationships can be massive depending on whatever the relationship is with you and that other thing. Either animate or inanimate, it is still a creature. So let's first just go into different types of relationships and then how we can improve the relationships in those different spheres. And what might cause those relationships to not be improved. So the different types of relationships you can have is obviously with your body, with your nutrition and your diet. You can prevent your chronic diseases. You can prevent the chronic diseases. You can improve your fatigue. You can make your life better because you might be very tired, and fatigue is a relationship too. Your relationship with energy. Are you tired? How are you eating? How are you sleeping? And how are you thinking and working? Because your relationships with these different things, like your relationship with food is so important because if you have a relationship that's not synergistic, it's taking from you more than it's giving you. And a good relationship is also something that you can give back. So even food, you think you're not giving back to the food exactly, but you'll be able to grow food and give back to the same type of food family, or you'll be able to give your nutrition advice to somebody else, and that is a mutual, synergistic, amazing relationship when you can share and not just take. If you're thinking of taking, you're actually taking from yourself. Just like by taking a shortcut on a project or something you want to do, you're actually taking the long cut in the long run. So also your relationship with your physical body. Do you like working out? Do you realize that your energy is coming from your body, or do you feel like the relationship you have with your body is kind of something that slows you down, it's something that's not good for you, and it's you don't have a good relationship with exercise? So do you like exercising? Do you like taking care of your body? Do you like getting your endorphins pumping, which also reduces pain, so that's a good thing? Or do you not? So realizing these things, also a very important thing is your mental ideas. Do you have a good relationship with your ideas, your behaviors, and your energy inside of you? So your ideas and your meditations and the things that come through your mind, from your heart. Do you have a good relationship with these things? Are you cultivating the things that you want from the inside, or are you letting the external cultivate you? Because the external is always something external that can influence the internal. Like Conor McGregor said, don't let the external influence the internal. This is in a matter of relationships, where if you let the external influence the internal, you won't have as much to give. It'll start pushing down your energy and you'll start feeling depressed. So, how can you use your relationships and how can you give in your relationships? How can you take a relationship from going to total anarchy and chaos, completely messed up, to a relationship that's amazing? And also, the main thing that's great is relationships with people that you love. Human beings. Human beings are amazing. We have hearts and we have minds. We have these gut brains. We have all this amazing stuff. And this stuff comes through from the energy and from the consciousness. So how are you going to use your energy in relationships in order to cultivate better relationships? Because when you can get one relationship that's going very well, maybe just with the food relationship, that will lead into other relationships that are going very well. The key is to grow, to optimize your growth, because the more that you're growing, you'll help other people grow in your relationships. Just like the relationship with breath. Are you breathing nice and deep, or are you breathing shallow and it's hard to breathe? Are your muscles loose, or are they tight and they're messing with you? Are you getting enough massage to deal with that? You can deal with that, but you have to choose. And so how do you make these relationships amazing with other people? Because this is very important. And we can simplify it to two things, which is there's the people building bridges and there's the people destroying bridges and burning bridges. And a great concept for this thing, all right? Are you there? And would you like to be there? Where are you now, and where would you like to be? Rate yourself from 0 out of 10 on each of these categories that we've been going through this week. Where are you now, and where would you like to be from 0 to 10? And what would that look like? What would a 10 look like for you? So here we go. How do you burn a bridge is by questioning someone's intent. Intentions are always pure from the heart and powerful and great and good. But the behavior might be different. So if people's behavior is bad, tell them how that makes you feel. Say, hey, your behavior is making me feel like this. But you have to clarify from the beginning what kind of relationship you want. Are you going to make a relationship with yourself that's going to be growth oriented and help you grow and become an amazing person? Or are you going to make a relationship that you don't really know? Because if you go into a relationship not having a plan, I believe the consequence of that is mediocre and mediocrity. If you don't go into something with a plan, the plan goes into you and influences the internal. So if you have something internal that is strong enough, like a plan, like what you want to do with your life, like how you can help people, and how you can just explain things to people, or just heal them, or just be whoever you are to them, that is the most important thing. And you don't need to worry about the external energy affecting you, because you are helping to affect the external energy. The more you give of love, it's not a limited resource. The more you give is the more you actually receive. And so it's like a well, where the more you give, you grow the well of love, and that helps you give even more. You're not running out of love by giving. Just like in creating, the more you create is not limiting your resources, you're giving away everything you know, and so that's freshening out your mind. If you have a project, just work on it until it's done instead of until it's perfect, because it's never perfect, but it can get to a place where it's done, you can put it out there, and then you can expand it even more. You can get the feedback that you need in order to keep going forward. And what is the ultimate relationship? With fear. And this is how relationships can go bad. By having fear, and you're saying, okay, I don't want to go through with this, I want it to be perfect. And by wanting something to be perfect, you're making it imperfect, and you're messing it up. So stop wanting things to be perfect and realize that the energy is more important than the words, and that the intent is more important than the behaviors. So if your intent is good and your intent is pure, go through with your actions and train yourself. The more you do that, it's like building a muscle. The more you go through with your actions, the easier to go through with your actions in the future after that. So just keep going through with your actions. And also a great way to build relationships is to compliment, and truly genuinely compliment, and recognize the things that are amazing about somebody. Like, you are amazing for watching this video, for taking notes, for being engaged, for responding positively when I say, are you an amazing person? What do you think? Yes or no? Also, all you need is love. So give love, and the more you give love is the more you can give even more love. You start to see love in everybody. So you have to decide who you want to be for somebody and be that truly. Because if you don't decide who you want to be for somebody, you will always be influenced and you'll be in reaction. You won't really know what you want to do. Decide who you want to be for somebody and devote yourself to that decision. If you don't know, Now you know. So thank you for watching week 8 on relationships. This is where I'm at. This is where I want you to be at. If you're further than this, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me, let me know. Please like, please subscribe, and peace.